What's up guys, I hope everything is fine. In this video we are gonna have the first episode of Personality Exposed, in which we deep dive into the psychology of people we love or hate. And today we are gonna talk about the Irish professional MMA fighter and former UFC champion Conor McGregor. We will use our powerful psychological tool, statistical observation of facial features, to understand Conor's personality on a deeper level. It's gonna be super informative, but trust me, it's gonna be super fun as well. I am the perfect psychological architect. Conor McGregor is a very controversial person. You know, he always talks trash, not only to his opponents, but to almost everybody. The guy is way too blunt in his words. He says whatever comes to his mind. So let's watch this clip from a press conference with Khabib, his opponent, before their fight for the UFC in 2018.
You remember
You
this?
bought me t-shirt, you're a little fat.
Yeah,
Listen,
but-
kid, don't be talking to me about
2014.
Twitter in 2012.
No,
Twitter's
I have a
out.
question. Give me an
Twitter,
answer.
who's on Twitter,
What's
mate?
wrong with you?
Ask my bollocks.
No. I sent you a message. We talk with you.
Your message.
Yes, like you-
I don't type the blokes,
we
mate. It's not my thing.
Okay.
It's not my thing
Why
to
you
start
don't send
typing
me
the
message?
blokes.
Like without everybody.
What's it?
Why-
I'm
why
right
you-
here, mate.
why
I'm
you
right
don't
here,
send-
pal.
We're gonna
I'm
fight.
right here,
We're gonna
mate.
fight 6 October.
Yeah,
See?
deadly. I hope so.
See?
I hope so,
See?
because if you pull out like you always do pull out, may
Pull
God
out.
have mercy on your soul, and
Who
trust
pull
me on
out?
that. You little pull out merchant.
No, sit down.
Shut
We're
your
gonna
mouth.
talk. We're gonna
Shut
talk.
your mouth.
Okay.
I don't want to talk, mate. I
when
want to
slip
fight.
your
I want to fight.
When I slip your teammates, why you don't send me a message?
His Dublin accent takes things to another level. Yeah, at least it's better than my accent. Ironically, Conor talks completely trash, but Khabib still tries to take his words seriously and gives a logical response. Like, come on, man, the guy's here just to show off. It's kind of psychological warfare. Yeah, anyway, let's be a bit more serious. We are gonna have a look on his facial features to see how his personality works. As a rule of thumb, for all facial features, right side belongs to the practical part of the personality, and left side belongs to the emotional part. So we are gonna focus on the right side here because we are discussing practical stuff related to his career as an MMA fighter. So the first thing we can easily notice in his right side is that his upper eyelid is triangular and droopy. In general, the upper eyelid is related to person's perspective, and having a triangular eyelid means that he is never satisfied with his practical life. So he applies a controlling perspective towards his practical life to gain more satisfaction. And it's not only a triangular controlling eyelid, but also droopy at the outside. Such droopy eyelid means that he is obsessed with accumulating and building. Let me give you some examples for people who have the same feature. You know Nelson Mandela, right? Talking about his practical life, he was unsatisfied with apartheid in South Africa, so he did his best to control the situation to fit his own perspective. Against apartheid for sure. How he did that? By accumulating efforts towards building a new country. Let's have another example. John Kennedy. He also has a triangular droopy eyelid, but on the left side. This means that he was unsatisfied with his emotional life. You know, he had health issues, family tragedies, extramarital affairs. So he tried hard to control his private life to sweep these problems under the carpet and accumulate some happiness. It's a sad story, but I think you got the idea. Back to Conor McGregor. Despite the apparent success in his practical life, he is unsatisfied with what he actually gets. So he controls the situation to accumulate more and more of stuff. But he focuses on something in particular to accumulate. I believe you noticed this temporal hollowing, right? According to my observation, these people have extreme mind focus towards self-defined goals, and they disregard anything that is unrelated to such goals. This causes them to develop this temporal hollowing. Actually, modern medicine considers temporal hollowing as a medical condition, and I can't disagree with that, but I believe it's related to person's psychology somehow. Let me give you just two examples. First is Andrew Tate, the person who went extremely viral on social media due to his motivational speech on breaking out of the matrix by extreme mind focus and self-discipline. Talking about focus, let me share this hilarious clip with you.
It's 2020-23. It's 2020-23. We're locked in. We're focused, Kings. Focus. Kritikov called me. We're locked in. It's temptation, chat. I told you. I didn't even tell you the other temptation I had. I was getting gas today. Guess what happens as soon as I get out of my car? I smell fried chicken. I love fried chicken.
Yeah,
It's 20.
Aiden Ross. He is a big fan and a friend of Andrew Tate. Yeah. So back to the video. The second example is Barack Obama. You can't imagine how focused and disciplined you should be to make yourself, the first African American president of the United States. So, to sum up the situation for Conor McGregor, the guy is unsatisfied with what he gets, so he is extremely focused towards controlling and accumulating. We can know more from another facial feature, which is his high prominent cheekbones. I believe many of you guys have this feature, and you are gonna hear its meaning now, so let me know if my words exactly describe you or not. Having high prominent cheekbones means that the person is fighting within a group to control the situation. You can be fighting for the group or against the group, but in general, you are fighting in a group context. If you have high prominent cheekbones, then I hope you are the type of guy who fights for the group by taking responsibilities, finishing tasks, and so on. And I'm gonna give you a hilarious example for the guy with the most prominent cheekbones ever. Let the game begins. It's Jigsaw. He is a fictional character, but artists get inspiration for fictional characters from the unconscious reality. That's exactly true for Jigsaw. The guy who portrayed his face unconsciously recognized the underlying pattern of association between high cheekbones and tendencies to fight and control the situation within a group. And here, the artist just took it to the extreme. You know what Jigsaw does, right? He controls a group of victims whom he puts through a series of extreme tests to challenge their moral and psychological strength. Actually, it's amazing for me that Jigsaw was portrayed with facial features that exactly reflect his personality. Another guy, if we can call him a guy, with high prominent cheekbones is Abraham Lincoln. I should have put him first. He is such a legendary man. But I just want to say that he was fighting and controlling the socio-political situation of the United States as a large group. Things like Emancipation Proclamation, the 13th Amendment, and preservation of the Union. He is such a legend, controlling the situation. Back to Conor McGregor, in his case, he is always fighting against the group to gain control over the situation. Against which group is he fighting? Against everybody. The guy is engaged in a never-ending war with everybody. See how he threw objects at a bus carrying other UFC fighters. Wow. The guy is craving attention for some reason. So let's sum up again. Conor McGregor is unsatisfied with what he gets, so he is extremely focused towards controlling and accumulating. So he is always fighting against the group to gain control over the situation. And the question is, what does he want to accumulate through all of these fights inside and outside the octagon? Attention, fame, championship, money, status. What exactly is his main concern? Actually, he said it himself in this clip.
There's no celebrity, there's no fame. That thing is nada, nothing, not even on the radar of anything. Fame and celebrity, there's pitfalls for it. But I am no celebrity. People mistake me for a celebrity. I break people's faces for money and bounce. That's what I do. So Saturday night, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah, he is doing all of that simply for money. Everything now is traded for money. All of his reckless acts, psychological warfare, provocative tactics, are kind of self-branding that became a trademark of his persona. And this combo just sells. It helps his self-branding gain more and more attention. The bratty Conor McGregor. And investing in attention is probably the easiest way to make money through media. This is just a quick analysis of Conor McGregor's facial features. There are many other features like his facial frame shape, his high forehead, his resting sad mouth, protruding ears, long flat chin, and so on. All of these features give deeper understanding of Conor McGregor's personality, but I give you a brief explanation so you can enjoy the video instead of just watching me stating a bunch of facts in a lengthy video. From the bottom of my heart, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The Perspective is talking, and see you next time.